Here is week two's food for thought. The days of the blessed person are filled with divine coincidences and heavenly meaning. In other words, God is constantly showing his divine hand in situations, so there's no doubt in anyone's mind that there's a higher power at work, and there's no greater joy than being right in the center of it. In story after story, I relate the joy of giving vehicles, special missionary offerings, and other gifts. What is the most joy you have ever experienced from giving a gift? All right, the most joy that I've experienced. Well, I have kind of a similar situation as far as giving something and getting it back and giving something and getting it back. A few years ago, I would say about, 6, I think. I moved into my own apartment and all that stuff, and I was having a Christmas party. Well, about maybe the same month, or probably the end of November, closer to December, the closer I got to my Christmas party, God just impressed upon me, hey, give this cashier $5. So I give the cashier $5 just because. And then I would be at work and someone would give me $5 for lunch. And I'm like, oh, that was nice. Hey, great. And then, another time, God was like, give that person $5. So I give someone else $5. And then someone else gives me $5. And it just kept going like that for a couple of weeks. And so at my Christmas party, I wanted to do a gift exchange. So everyone had to bring a gift. And the gift that I brought, one of the gifts that I gave was like money. And in this little purse that I had. And nobody, knew that I was going to give money or anything like that. But what I did was I put the money in the purse and we passed it around, and one of my coworkers came and she was just like, I don't really feel like coming, but I'll come out anyway. She was just kind of being a Scrooge, but she was just kind of, down for the holidays, and I wanted to cheer her up. I invited her to my party, so she came out along with some of my other coworkers and friends, and everyone had a good time. And so we did the whole pass around gift, and she was almost like, oh, I don't feel like playing. I don't even remember if she brought a gift or not, but she played anyway and passed around the gift, and the money was what she got. The money actually, because it was like a story, you had to pass each gift around, and whoever it landed on, that was what you got. And so she was just like really kind of awestruck that she got this money back. And I believe I actually put $20 in there instead of like $5, because I think the gift maximum was like $10, but I put $20 in there. And it was just like, she was just so amazed that she actually got that, but I wanted to bless someone at the party, and I'm glad it was her, because she already was feeling down and already feeling like, but it was just a blessing to see that, when God says give and you give, and it not just so, it comes back to you, but it did put a smile on my face to, surprise someone or make someone else feel happy, or make someone else's day just by giving. I mean, there are other examples that I could give, but that one was kind of the most fun to give, because it just kept going. Like, I would pay it forward and then someone would pay it back, and then I would pay it forward and someone would pay it back, and it was just really fun to see that, and also give at my party. But as far as like hearing God say something to you, have you ever had that experience where God has said, do this specifically? Because some people say, well, I don't really hear God talking to me. I don't know what his voice sounds like. Sometimes I just think it's my voice, and that's very, very understandable, because you have to be able to discern, is God speaking to me, or is this something that I'm creating in my mind, or is this the enemy speaking to me? You don't know, but you have to really, sit still and be quiet and hear God's voice. And I remember in 2007, I was getting a dress for my purity ceremony, and I just really couldn't find one. It had to be a white dress, and I just really couldn't find one, and I was just like, this isn't good. What am I going to wear? And it was around May, so of course I wanted something, very summery. Well, I went to this place called Body Shop, and it has like really, I want to say like junior high. Well, I won't say junior high, because some of those clothes are for grown women, but junior high on up to adults can wear those clothes, and probably like young adults, like college age. But they have some nice stuff for a good price. And I was looking for a dress, not too expensive. I was looking for something at least $20 or less, something not too expensive, because it wasn't that formal. And I'm looking, and I find this really great dress. It has spaghetti straps, it's white, and it covers my knees, so it was very church appropriate. But it was a white dress, and it was what is the fabric? I'm trying to think of the fabric, but it was just a really, it had like a little bust line, but nothing low or anything, nothing where cleavage was showing. It's just a really pretty, and it had a little waist and kind of flared out a little bit, and I just thought it was really a really cute dress. And so I looked at the price tag and I'm like, oh, $40. This is kind of expensive for a Body Shop, believe me. I was like, wow, I wasn't expecting this to be $40. So I said, you know what, whatever, I'll just look some other places. So I kept looking and looking and looking and just couldn't find a white dress, you know. And I was like, this is really challenging. I don't know why this is so hard. I guess because I was looking for it, right? So then one day, you know, God was like, go back to Body Shop and get that dress. And I was like, Lord, really? You really want me to spend $40 on this dress? All right. But then I was like, oh, I don't know, Lord. I mean, but I guess if you want me to get it, you want me to wear it. It's for the purity ceremony. It's glorifying you anyway. I guess I'll go and get it. So I go to the Body Shop. I guess a day later, I go to the Body Shop, and I'm looking at the rack that the dresses were on, and though the dresses weren't there anymore, and I asked the sales lady, I was like, well, what happened to it was a white dress hanging up here, and you know, she was just like, oh, well, they're not up there anymore. They're not up there. They're on that rack right there. And I was like, oh, and she was like, yeah, that rack is $14.99 and up. What? So I was like, what? Whoa. So I go and I'm looking for the dress, and mind you, I had to find the right size and everything too. So I'm looking, and I see the dress, and I'm like, okay, how much is this one? How much is this one? Oh no, maybe it was $14.99 and under. Anyway, whatever. I look at the price tag, $14.99. Go Jesus, go Jesus. This is what happens when you obey. This is what happens when you listen. And then it's okay to ask, Lord, is this you? To make sure. You ask, pray about it, and you go for it. And if I had not gone for it, I don't know what dress I would have gotten. And it was the exact dress that I wanted, and it was on sale. So when God tells you to go do something, go do it, because it may be something that's in your favor or in someone else's favor, but you don't know how it's going to affect you or bless you. So that was just my experience in hearing God clearly. And then, you know, and it was one of the ones that stands out for me because I don't know, at that time I was really just trying to regroup and trying to really get closer to God and all of that, and just hearing him say that and then being like, really? He's telling me to go get this $40 dress? He know I don't got $40 like that for this dress? And I go and it's on sale for $14.99. He knows you. He knows your heart. He knows what you need. He knows, you know, how to get it to you. He knows the people, the right people for you to talk to. He knows the right people to come into your life. He knows the right steps for you to take. He knows the turns and the twists. He knows your steps before you actually take them. So trust him. Trust him. And just be blessed. And I think it's so amazing because actually Sunday when I was teaching, I teach in my children's ministry at Word of Faith Family Cathedral. And I taught the 4-year-olds first. And then I taught the 6-year-olds. And what's interesting is the lesson was about Jesus teaches about giving. How awesome, right? And just that lesson was so amazing to be able to teach to them because I'm already talking about being a blessing and giving. And it was a story about, you know, the all of the people in the temple who were giving, and they were so, oh, here I am, I'm giving. And I even had my kids come up and act it out. So I gave a few of them a lot of money so they could give. And, oh, look at me, I'm giving. And, oh, I have on the finest clothing and the most dazzling jewelry. Look at me, I'm giving, and I'm giving so much. And then, of course, the story goes on to say that the old widow, you know, she didn't have a whole lot at all. And all she gave was these 2 coins because that was all she had. All she had. And Jesus noticed that. Jesus was like, oh, whoa, you see that lady? She wasn't extravagant in her giving. She wasn't loud and boastful in her giving. She just quietly went up. She didn't say, hey, everyone, look at me. I'm so poor. Somebody help me because I'm giving all I have. See? She didn't do all of that. She didn't make a big to-do about it. And I mean, I don't think anyone necessarily would. I mean, some people, you know, they want that sympathy. I can understand it, but at the same time, she didn't ask for any of that. She was just like, okay, this is what it is. I'm gonna go give my last, and you know, who knows what happens. And Jesus saw that. He saw her heart. He saw what people didn't see because they were so focused on what they heard. Just those people, oh, I'm giving, look at me. I'm giving so much, thank you, and needing applause and needing attention with it. And she didn't need that. And so Jesus sees you. He sees your heart. He sees everything, you know, that you're going through and everything that you need. And he is more than willing to be there and bless you and to bring people into your life to bless you. So, I mean, you know, if you have questions, comments, concerns, you know, let me know. Or if you need prayer, let me know. I will definitely pray for you. I'm continuing to pray for everyone that is watching, everyone that will watch, everyone that has watched. You know, you are in my thoughts and you're in my prayers. And I just want to give a special shout out. And not just that because of this, you know, what happened, but because I just felt like, you know, whatever I'm doing, it is for you all. And a friend of mine that I went to school with, Aquila, she actually sent me a message and said, you know what, this is really a blessing to me. And, you know, as of today, I'm going to start tithing. And I just think that's amazing, you know, because not everyone is ready to. And I definitely understand that giving tithes and offerings, giving above and beyond what those tithes and offerings are is something that's challenging to do. But God has called us first and foremost to give the tithe. And what we offer, what we can offer above that is awesome. And what we can give beyond that, if we can budget in our giving, I mean, just think about how more blessed you will be. So I just want to thank everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this week, and I hope that those of you who are in Atlanta and surrounding counties, that you are just enjoying some time off if you didn't have to work. I know I didn't, so I am very blessed to have 2 days off from work. But just, you know, I'm just glad that I was able to really be able to do the video and to, you know, bring the word to you. So I hope you all had a great day, and remember the scriptures from Deuteronomy 28 and 14. So I hope you all have a great week. Living this kind of life.